Oh my gosh. Hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Jaypeg, for that amazing introduction. My name is Satan Herself, or Satan Herself on Twitch. Satan Isn't Herself on Twitch. I am so excited to show you Plants vs. Zombies. If you think this is a game that cannot be speedran, you are dead, pun intended, wrong. Listen to this run, and it's going to be just a fantastic time. I'd like my couch to introduce myself. We'll talk about the bid war, and then we'll get started.
Hi, I'm AstridTheHorrorGirl, and I am doing some commentary on Plants vs. Zombies for Satan, because Satan is great.
And Astrid is great, and I'm so happy to have you here. All right, before we get started, there's a very important bid war that's going on right now between whether the zombies have mustaches or futuristic glasses, and this is a live bid war throughout the entire run. So if that switches, then I get to use my lovely little hotkeys developed by one of our wonderful producers to immediately switch us from future glasses to mustaches or vice versa. And I would love to know from the host which one is winning right now.
Right now, it is mustaches with $1,581.
Right. Listen to this funny little sound. That funny little sound means that we are going to have mustaches on when we start. All right. Also, our profile name is all three of our names because I love the crew for this run. Y'all are so wonderful. All right, time is going to start not now, but when I place down my first pea shooter, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start Adventure. All right, as we get started, there's something very important that everybody has to know about this run. And I'm not being facetious, I am being serious. There is a principle called there's the mustaches. Hi zombies. They're so stylish. They look like they just jumped out of the 70s. Anyways, there's a principle called the 50% rule. The 50% rule makes it so that this game is speedrunnable and not an auto-scroller. And basically what it means is that for every wave of zombies that spawns, so that's every collection of zombies, you have a certain amount of health that all of those zombies have together. If you add all of that up and you deal 50% or more of that health in damage, the next wave is triggered to spawn. In other words, the faster you kill zombies, the faster more zombies show up. And that means this is a fantastic speed game. It's deeply technical, has a ton of really interesting stuff, and I'm really excited to show it to you all. But yeah, if Jaypeg wants to take the floor for just a second, because 1-1 is basically just a random stage, because you can't control how fast the pea shooters shoot. Go ahead and take it away for like 30 seconds.
Awesome. Okay, so we have some love coming in for you. $10 from Umbring saying, "Let's go, Satan. Great run for a great cause. Good luck."
Oh, Umbring makes all of my emotes and is a dear friend. New speedrunner of Children of the Sun, which is another game that I speedrun. I absolutely love them with all of my heart. All right, Astrid, would you like to take 1-2?
I certainly can do that for you. So this is where we are introduced to the sunflowers. They produce sun every 25 seconds or so around there, with the exception of the first sun. That one's faster. We want to place down 4 on this level as fast as possible to get pea shooters down faster too. It can be faster to let a zombie go to the mower, but most of the game you just shoot each zombie as it comes. So thinking about that like 50% rule, yeah, that's kind of like in the consideration here, which when you think about like the speed tech that comes into using something like the 50% rule, you use the pea shooters one by one and considering things like the mower and stuff like that. You don't want to kill the zombies too quickly, but quickly enough. You want the game to think that...
It's all about the pace.
Exactly. You want the game to think that, you don't need that many zombies to deal with because more zombies means more time. But if you go too fast, then it will think, okay, yeah, we'll give you way more zombies. It's a whole thing. It's an interesting thing to balance.
50% rule is ingenious because it means that if you're playing casually, the zombies are always going to show up at exactly the rate you're playing, basically. So it really it's amazing that we were able to leverage this mechanic designed, to improve casual play and use it to just go really fast. But yeah, 1-2 introduces the sunflower, as Astrid was saying. 4 is the optimal amount of sunflowers in this level. We just kind of have figured that out over the years. And we're gonna going to see some of that sort of like optimal sun stuff in some of the other early levels because they're super short. They're kind of easy to route out. And yeah, we will be letting zombies go all the way to those mowers in the back. And the mowers actually have some really interesting tech that we're going to talk about later as well. But right now, in 1-2, it's usually just faster to shoot zombies as they come onto the screen. It's also technically faster to put pea shooters closer to zombies because that makes it so that the last pea that activates the final 50% rule is a bit faster, but it's a really short amount of time save. So we usually don't care too much about it. This is the first level that has cone heads in it, and we have our first instant plant. So instant plants are plants that can destroy an entire zombie in just one go. So Cherry Bomb has a 3x3 explosion radius, and it's going to destroy every zombie it touches, which is obviously super useful for us, especially in this level where we have this sort of little 3x3, and at the end of the level, all of the zombies that we need to kill will just be in there. Unlucky, we got a zombie on a row where I accidentally put 2 sunflowers, but that's okay. I'm just gonna let him go to the mower anyways, because now it's kind of important that we have some time to build up sun instead of shooting the first zombie, because this cherry bomb, as you can see, costs 150, and we're gonna be wanting to use it twice in this level. So we need a lot of sun to be able to do that. Also, when a zombie gets to a mower, the mower will just go ahead and clear that entire row, the whole row for you. And it'll also do something called mower manipulation. So mower manipulation means that for the 2 waves after you let a mower go, no zombies are going to spawn in that row. So luckily we're going to get a nice little convenient mower kill on top here, and I can just prepare this row with a pea shooter because I know that now in these next 2 waves, nobody's going to spawn top. So I can focus all my energy down here. All right, we've got our first cone head. I'm going to go ahead and cherry bomb that. Cone heads actually have double the health of a normal zombie. So if you instant kill a cone head in a wave with a cone head and a normal, you're always going to get that 50% roll. So that's something to just kind of keep in mind as you go, is keep your instants on those high health zombies, and you're going to get 50% rolls way faster. Interesting stuff. Yeah. Jaypeg, if you want to take some donos for a second.
Sure thing. By the way, 720 out of the 3,000 for that Red Heaven brush. Y'all make it happen. And $20 from Peter saying, speak of the devil. Haha, do you get it? Good luck from the Plants vs. Zombies community. You are going to squash this run. Here's to a lot of levels with less than 3 bucket, less than 3 head, less than 3 phases.
Oh, Peter. Okay. Peaches Inc. is one of our top runners and one of my honestly best friends in the speedrunning community. I love him so dearly. I taught him how to play Peggle at SGDQ. It was fantastic. I also run Peggle, by the way. Perhaps better known for it even. But yeah, he's so wonderful. He's so funny, has always been contributing to advancing the game, and I'm really happy to see him and all the other Plants vs. Zombies runners here. If you are a PvZ runner in the chat, thank you so much for showing up. I love you so much. All right, 4 cone, oh my. So the reason I said 4 cone, oh my, is that the right side of the screen when you're shown at the beginning of the level, that actually is telling you something. It's telling you kind of like the ratio of zombies that you're going to be seeing in the level. So since we have 4 cone heads in that little bunch, that means we're going to be seeing a lot of cone heads in this level, and I'm going to have to plan accordingly around that. That's not what we want to see. This is going to be a slow preview. It's called a preview. So if we say slow preview, you know, that, or bad preview or good preview, that's kind of what we're talking about. But the first 3 waves are never ever going to be conehead zombies because the game has something called wave points. Every wave, there's a specifically allotted amount of wave points, and each type of zombie takes up a certain amount of those. So the first 3 waves can only spawn normal zombies because normal zombies are the only zombies that have that few wave points. But if you get to wave 4 and beyond, you can start seeing coneheads. Fun fact. I also wanted to point out a quick exception to the 50% rule that is actually super important. Waves right before the big wave or the final wave, you have to kill all of the zombies in those waves in order to progress to the following wave. So we are going to be looking out for wave 9 in this level. The 9th wave is going to be the one right before the final wave, and we know that we have to kill all the zombies completely during that wave. So that's going to be important. Also, 1-4 is really strange because we don't have the shovel yet, which is a really important tool that lets you dig up plants. But we do have the walnut, and the walnut lets you stall a zombie in one place for a really, really long time. So we're going to go ahead and stall this zombie and hope that when the zombie's done eating the walnut, he'll be in good position to kill someone with that mower. Yes! And that's exactly what we wanted to see. Look at that beautiful mower kill we're about to get as soon as the zombie's done eating this walnut. Come on. I know you can do it. Nice.
Very good.
And that means we can use this cherry bomb on wave 6 as well, which is really nice. Instant wave 6 right there. And then we'll see how the rest of the level plays out. So, Jaypeg, if you would like to keep on going.
Yeah, sure thing. All right. We have $13 from Mom6226. It says, looking forward to Plants vs. Zombies. And $5 from 3Pup saying, hi, Satan. Hi, Astrid. Less than 3.
Hi, Deva. Hi. Less than 3 is right. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get any late mowers here, so we won't get any mower manipulation in the final wave, and this is exactly what I was afraid of. Because we let this mower go, like on wave 5, we were liable to get a zombie spawn on top, so we're just going to have to deal with that. All right, continue.
All right. Well, I did want to say that we are now at $938 out of the $3,000 needed for that neon white Heaven Rush incentive. Chat is crushing it. I said
you are crushing it. You're killing it.
I said before neon white starts, and y'all said, "Okay, I can do that."
Okay. Heart.
Okay, less than 3.
Smiley.
By the way, Mustaches is still in the lead, but Futuristic Glasses is now 1,435, so FYI.
Oh, okay. So chat, remember, that is a live bid war. If you get Futuristic Glasses to the front, I will go ahead and change it right away as soon as you do it. Jaypeg is allowed to cut in out of whatever I'm saying now. So whatever you want to do. Also, hi, Crazy Dave. Bye, Crazy Dave. We go ahead and hold down space to make it so that we don't talk to Crazy Dave. We're a little antisocial. We love hearing his noises, though. Bravo, bro. And we get into our first sort of a wacky level of the run. It is Walnut Bowling. That is a wacky spawn for a wacky run, or a wacky level. Walnut Bowling does indeed have a 50% roll activation thing as well. So we do want to focus our energy on Coneheads. They are going to give us the most sort of like towards that 50% roll. Whoa, that's a lot of Exploding Nuts. So I'm waiting on those Exploding Nuts. I don't think they're as optimal to use that this early, but it's really good to have them in our back pocket. Exploding Nuts are basically like cherry bombs, so we're going to use them to kind of get big swaths of zombies out of the way. Yeah, what we're going to also do is let some zombies go to the mower here. We want to get mower manipulation into that final wave, as I was talking about before, and also just mow down some zombies so we don't have to kill them in previous waves. It's all about kind of that efficiency, right? Here, I'm going to go ahead and throw this Exploding Nut because there were so many Coneheads down here, there was no way we were going to be able to do anything about that. And then we're going to go ahead and let this Conehead get killed by this mower. And yeah, not quite the 50% roll, but that's okay. Top will help us finish that out. And then we'll go ahead and throw an Exploding Nut here as well. Perfect. Absolutely beautiful. We actually really didn't even need all those mowers because we had so many Exploding Nuts. That's okay. We'll just throw them all here. It'll be fun. Woohoo. So you can see mower manipulation really in action here. Where the zombies only showed up on those 2 rows because we let go of all the other mowers. That was a beautiful 1.5. That was one of the fastest 1.5s I've ever seen, by the way, out of me. 2 Vaulter preview. All right. 1.6 is starting to look a little bit more normal because we have our shovel now, which they give you in a level that you can't even use it. That's funny. And we have one of our most cool instants, I think, the potato mine. So the potato mine only costs 25, and it does do an instant kill on a single tile when a zombie touches it. But it needs a little while to arm. And I'm going to show you all a fun little trick so you can tell when a potato mine is going to arm. Check out that cooldown. So you see the little light part on the seed packet up here in the potato mine? Once it gets to the middle, it's going to come up. That's usually in about 2 standard waves or 1 auto scroll rule, which is what happens when you let a zombie go at the beginning and you just don't do any damage to it. The game will spawn a next zombie after about 30 seconds. That's an auto scroll rule. So we use that to go ahead and get a mine up here. Unfortunately, this next zombie is really strange. We'll just try to get the 50% rule on it, but this pea shooter won't be any more valuable. We're also saving our cherry bomb until wave 6 in this level because there is a forced wave 6 Vaulter spawn. A lot of the time when the game introduces a new zombie, it will basically go, okay, wave 6 is going to be the one where we're just going to spawn one of this new zombie. So in the 1/6, it's going to do that with a Vaulter. Vaulters can jump over the first plant they see, and so they're kind of annoying. They have more health than a normal, but not as much health as a conehead, which is very important for certain things. Also, this normal zombie split on wave 4 is really good because we can let this zombie go to the mower for free. 2 Vaulter preview, man. So you can see that was not wave 6, that was wave 5. So that is a very, very rare occurrence there where the game has given me so many Vaulters that it's actually spawning them early. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and damage this one to the 50% roll. Wow, that was really fast. Unfortunate. We had some pretty unlucky things happen there, but that's okay. We will react to the RNG. This game has a lot of RNG. That's the other thing, is you can definitely work with it. Oh my God, wave 7. Never seen this. I have never seen a wave 5, 6, 7 Vaulter. That's absurd. I'm sorry. I just have to react to that. Yeah, that's never happened before. That's never happened before. At least to me.
She said it. She said the thing.
She said the thing. Wow. Yeah. No, for real. I'm not even joking. That was wow. Okay, so this is wave 8 here, so now we know that this wave 9 is going to be the one where we're going to have to eliminate the entire wave. Unfortunately, we kind of don't have much to do about this one because we need the cherry bomb for the final wave, and the Vaulter showed up on top because, wow, Vaulters. But what we can do is we can prep this mine down here because we know that this mower manipulation is going to make it so that there's no zombies in the 4th row, and so we're just going to cherry bomb top. So we have something we can do about this. It's just, wow, what a wacky, wacky, wacky level. However, more Vaulters is usually better than more Coneheads. More Coneheads is worse usually. So at least there's that. Very good final wave.
Great job.
Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna explain a little bit about 1/7, and then 1/7 is probably gonna be our best time early in the run for donos. So, and we have a standard 2 cone preview. That's relieving to see after that mess. Oh my goodness. 5, 6, 7, 9 Vaulter. Sorry, I can't get over that. So 1/7 is our first 2 flag level, and what that means is that we're gonna have 20 total waves instead of 10. And that's important for one particular reason. Basically, remember what I was saying about that exception to the 50% rule, where you have to kill every single zombie in the waves right before the big wave? Well, now we're going to have 2 of those, wave 9 and wave 19. Wave 19 is going to be the only one before the final wave, though. So we can actually save the cherry bomb for wave 9 here and kill wave 9 instantly if we want to. But that'll kind of depend on what the spawns look like. We also have Snow Pea. Snow Pea we really only use to combat cooldown. So what that means is the time that it takes for us to be able to place down the same plant again. And yeah, we only really use it for that. It does slow down zombies, but it's way more expensive, so we're only going to be using it late in the level. Sorry, Snow Pea fans. I know you love it. Just, yeah, not our favorite. I'm going to trust that this mine's going to come up, actually. Oh, that was so close. That was really, really close. That could have gone either way. Anyways, Jaypeg, if you got stuff to say, please.
Oh, do I ever? Hey, listen, y'all, I want to see Futuristic Glasses get in the lead on this Glasses versus Mustaches bid war. I want to make Satan have to change things mid-run. And I want that so bad that I actually did math, which we all know is not my strongest suit. My calculations, if I did this correctly, is that $146.40 stands between Glasses getting in the lead right now. If I've done that
is
correctly.
Nothing, chat. You can absolutely do that. Please.
And feel free to correct my math, because I could be dead wrong. So, oh, yeah! Well, I'm talking Futuristic Glasses is in the lead.
Let's go. There it is.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about, chat. You are beautiful. Thank you for switching up that bid war. And you can do it again. You can totally do it again. I believe in you, chat.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go.
Let's go. We also do have wave 9 here, so I do have to kill this entire wave dead. So we'll see when we are going to be able to do that because of this pesky vaulter here. Ah, perfect. Didn't even need to do too much to him. Excellent. All right. Yeah, if you want to keep going, Jaypeg, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff to talk about.
Oh, you sure know it. All right, so we have $50 from Case of Tasty Cake saying, football zombie doesn't know what football is. And then, this is amazing, $218 from Shadow Dart. Thank you so much, saying, in honor of the Junimo Dice Bag prize, I rolled all of the dice in my dice bag to donate, and then multiplied it by 2 because it wasn't enough for that grand prize. Thanks for a great marathon to all the fatales and everyone behind the scenes. Thank you for being so generous and being brave enough to roll all the dice in your dice bag. Holy moly. I am stunned. And yeah, that Edelgard Axe bundle, that is super duper neat. Seriously, y'all, thank you so much. By the way, Futuristic Glasses is now holding a narrow lead at $1,595. So glasses friends, if you want to keep that lead, you got to keep it up. Mustaches, if you want to see the mustaches come back, I don't know, is that, hang on, let me do it again. Is that like $14 or like, actually it's like 13 and change to make that happen. So this race is tight. This is really tight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and I saw mustaches in the lead and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. I love mustaches, like just as much as the next gal. But I was like, I know chat can make this close. I know chat can make us switch mid-run. I want to use my producer's beautiful hotkeys. And we're getting to do that. So I'd love to do that as many times as possible throughout the run. Make me click those keys. I love clicking them. Thank you so much, chat. Also, as you can see here, I've done a kind of funny little thing where I've basically ignored row 4 this entire level. You can sort of do that and decide that you have a row that you're going to prefer to kill zombies with instant plants in. So I've kind of spread it between potato mines and cherry bombs to be able to sort of ignore that row and be able to put more firepower elsewhere, which is just efficient. Yeah. So that's kind of a cool thing you might see every now and again. But there's so much reacting to RNG in this run. You really have to be ready for kind of anything at any time. Unfortunately, this is what I have to be ready for here. Okay, good. I got the vaulter. Because that vaulter was going to take a very, very long time to kill if I didn't include it in Cherry Bomb. So I had to do that right then before I walked away. And we've got Chopper. All right, 1-8 is kind of a strange level, so I'm going to go ahead and explain what's going on here. Sorry, Astrid, I'm not letting you get airtime.
Oh, that's
I'm having so much fun talking. I love talking about this game. It's like my favorite thing ever. But anyhow, one come preview. Good to know. This is the level where the game decides to introduce bucket heads. Bucket heads have a lot of health. They're going to be the highest health zombie we're going to see in this run besides the aforementioned football zombies, so get hyped for that. But bucket heads have a lot of health. They have well more than twice that of a cone head. So what we're really going to need to do with that is we're going to need to blow up buckets with instant plants. And 1-8 is kind of funny because it's a 1 flag level, which means we really don't have a lot of time to get the sun up for things like cherry bombs or our newest instant, the chomper. So we're going to have to make use of things like mowers and mines to their absolute fullest extent, which means that that's why I'm doing this funny little sunflower placement here, is so that we can have the absolute maximum amount of opportunities to let other zombies go to the mower as possible. Yeah, that's kind of what I got. Also, the bucket head is going to show up in wave 6, so we're going to have an instant ready for when that happens. We also can kind of start to predict where zombies are going to be. I haven't talked about spawn manip yet. That's something that's actually quite important. So, Astrid, if you'd like to talk about that, I will hand you the floor.
Hey, you got it. Basically, it's spawn manipulation. It's trying to determine when zombies will be less likely to spawn in rows that they have spawned in recently. And you can use that to predict where zombies will be in the future waves. So that's going to become extremely important in the later waves at night. I'll explain how. So the health and number of zombies in a row influences this. For example, if a conehead appears in row 2, it's even less likely that a zombie will appear in row 2 in subsequent waves than if it were a normal zombie. This mechanic is especially important for placing mines as well, as mines need roughly 2 standard waves to arm. You can tell when a mine will arm by looking at its cooldown. Satan mentioned that earlier. And this mechanic is crucial to succeeding in what are known as the prediction levels. So you'll especially see that on like 2.6 and 2.8. That is going to be a time when predicting where what zombies are going to appear is going to be absolutely crucial in getting through the runs.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're not quite there yet, but once we do get there, that is going to be 100% true. We really are going to need to see that sort of like prediction come into play, because we're going to be placing mines down that are going to be targeting those specific wave 6 zombies that we've been talking about. And yeah, those are called prediction levels, but we haven't come up on them yet. But spawn manip, quote unquote, is kind of just useful for saying, okay, you know, there was a buckethead in this wave, and it was in row 2. That means that this next wave is not super likely to show up things in row 2. So maybe I'll just put a potato mine in that row, right? Stuff like that. This game is so deeply technical. There's little things like chompers are faster to eat if they have something in front of them. Fun fact. Another fun fact, and these are all useful speedrun tech in the right situations, is that when zombies bite a plant, they change their walking speed. They don't even have to eat it all the way. They just have to bite it. So that might become relevant in some night situations as well. So there's a lot of really, really interesting little quirks of this game that we can use to our fullest extent. If you like this game, by the way, please join us. We absolutely love seeing new runners. The community's super, super nice, super helpful, super knowledgeable, and just wants to see everybody succeed. So yeah. Also, 1.9, we've got our newest plant, Repeater, one of my favorite plants in the game, but it costs double the cost of a pea shooter. It is more efficient, so we are going to use it, but because it costs double, we are going to let 2 zombies go at the beginning, which we have just finished doing, and now we're going to go ahead and actually get this 50% roll on this normal zombie. But this is our other 2 flag level during day that is normal, quote unquote. So I'm just kind of gonna, be focusing on that. So if either Astrid or Jaypeg has something they'd like to add, now is a great time.
The only thing I want to add is that you should focus on the fact that Satan is having to think about what plants are going to be used and what plants are not going to be used. And that's something that it's not like a really huge deal right now, but later it's like if you start a wave and realize I forgot the cherry bomb, it could be a problem.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's so much management in this game. It's really fascinating to kind of go, okay, yeah, cherry bomb cooldown. I have to make sure I have like about 3 waves between the waves I'm going to use it, so that I can have it up for when I need it the most. That's called a limiting factor, by the way, which is a really important concept in PvZ, where basically there will sometimes be plants that that will control kind of how fast you go. So cherry bomb is a really good example of that. Like that controlled how fast that wave 9 was going to go. And if you don't have those limiting factors back, like if they're on cooldown or you don't have enough sun for them, that's kind of going to determine how fast you're going to be able to go, just period. So, you kind of got to be paying attention to a lot of stuff as you play. I know Jaypeg, by the way, has more to say. So let's get her back on mic for a minute. I've got time.
You bet I do. I want to tell y'all that Glasses versus Mustaches is currently less than $20 apart from each other. Glasses is still in the lead, but this is a really, really close one. So please, if you want to see Mustaches come back, you got to make that happen, or you got to clinch the lead for Glasses. One of the two. And by the way, We have raised over $1,000 on that Heaven Rush incentive for Neon White. So we are over a third of the way there. Thank you so much for that. And we have some love coming in from chat for you, Satan, as well, including $80 from Cheesy Pie saying, "Go, Satan, beat those Cylons. I mean zombies."
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Astrid. That's rubbing it in. Oh, something really cool just happened. I'm sorry, I have to point that one out. So a vaulter just jumped over that mine, and a zombie that was right behind it blew up the mine. Since the vaulter hitboxes are really strange, that actually killed the vaulter too. The mine kind of has a one-tile kill range, but it also kind of doesn't. So that hitbox kind of intersects in that perfect way where we were able to kill that entire gaggle of zombies in one go. So that was really cool. That's a rare piece of tech that you don't often get to see. Also, choppers are just like our best friends. If you loved chopper during casual play, you are like me, and you are totally correct. They are such a great instant just to use at any time, and they recharge super fast, so they're super convenient. So we love just slamming them down on high health zombies wherever we can. By the way, this has been, in my opinion, I haven't been looking at the timer, but from what I've been kind of feeling in my little brain, this has been a really fast day.
Yeah,
so
you're doing really
I am
good.
very, very happy with this. Welcome to 110. So 110 is our first true conveyor belt level. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, we saw walnuts come in from that conveyor belt before. How is this the first true one? Well, there's a big difference between these two levels, and that is something called conveyor manip. So this is our last sort of manipulation that we're going to be talking about. And how conveyor manipulation works is that if you have two plants on the belt that are the same, the game, two or more plants, and it kind of progressively goes with each iteration of that plant. The game goes, okay, we're not going to give you any more of that plant. So basically, if we have two cherry bombs on the belt, the game is going to give us less cherry bombs. We don't want that. Cherry bombs are a limiting factor for this level of how fast we're going to be able to do. So as soon as this next wave comes up, I'm going to use one. There we go. But we do want to keep things like walnuts and mines on the belt to be able to get more things like cherry bombs. So that's kind of going to be our strategy here. Use what you want and keep what you don't. That's kind of the conveyor manip. You can totally try this at home, by the way. This works in all of the -10 levels. So 2-10, which we're going to be seeing, 3-10, 4-10, and 5-10 all have this kind of manipulation in them. There's so much tech, by the way, for the worlds that we're not going to be able to see. I just want to point out that we are only seeing 2 worlds out of the 5 today because any percent is a really, really long run. So, you know, day through night. It's a great little sampling of what the game has to offer, but there is so much more. Roof in particular is really, really interesting. Pool is maybe the most skill-based part of the run. There's so much great stuff in the rest of the run. So if you are interested in this game, absolutely come check the game out. Yeah, come to our SRC page, click that Discord link. You come hang out with us. Also, you can see there that I saved 2 cherry bombs for wave 9 so that I could kill it instantly. And remember that that's important because every wave before the big wave has to be killed all the way to be able to advance. So here I'm just using a mower strategically to go ahead and compress these zombies so that our cherry bombs get higher value. All right. And then we're just going to be doing a little cherry bomb rhythm throughout the rest of the level here, trying to make sure we use them so that we don't de-manip them, manipping other things. And yeah, that's about it. So Jaypeg, if you've got anything to say, this is a great time.
Sure thing. $25 from EDL666 saying it blows my mind seeing how complex this old classic is. I can't believe it's already the final day of the marathon. It's so awesome. It was so awesome. And I bet this final day will be fantastic. Keep it up, Retals. Yes.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a
thank you.
truly brilliant day with truly brilliant donations like $500 from Anonymous. So OMG, thank you for that. And $25 from Anonymous sending in love saying less than 3. So thank you so much for that as well. As a reminder, when you are donating, you do not have to leave a comment or your name. to move some of our incredible incentives or be eligible for some of our prizes. So right now, of course, we have that Plants vs. Zombies live bid war for glasses versus mustaches. Glasses is still in the lead, but it is less than a $20 difference. And that one's really, really close. And we have the red Heaven Rush incentive for neon white. So that is an amazing thing to donate for as well. We do want to see if we can get that one filled before neon white starts. So let's make some magic happen.
Let's absolutely do it. Yeah.
And just as a reminder of some of the amazing things that you can donate for, $25 would of course would put mustaches in the lead and would make you eligible to win the Plants vs. Zombies embroidered set that is available. So if you're really hoping for like beautiful. A theme, like y'all, $25 puts mustache in the lead and makes you eligible to win that embroidery set. So please take a look. There's so much amazing prizes and amazing things in store.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, our cherry bombs kind of dried up at the end there. But otherwise, a pretty well played 110. And we are into night. Hi, bye, Crazy Dave, once again. And night works super, super differently from day. It really, really does. I don't have my seat select up. Oh, no. I'm using a little PowerPoint on the side here to sort of help me with my seat select. And I forgot to scroll it, but that's okay. The main ways that it works differently are A, there's no more sun dropping from the sky. So all of our sun economy is going to come from our sun producing plants. And right now we only have sunflower for that, but we will shortly get sunshroom, which is even more efficient than sunflower. And we are able to use mushroom plants. So welcome in the most OP plant in the game, Puff Shroom. Puff Shroom is the most OP plant because it costs literally 0 sun and it fast recharges, which means that we can just put them down all the way, everywhere. But you can see its limitation on top right now, actually, which is that it can only shoot from 3 tiles back. So that's why we're putting it in this column 7 here. So you just try to put as many down at the beginning of the level as you can, and sort of shoot the zombies to death. There is going to be some letting some zombies go to the mower still, like you saw in day, but it's going to be more selective. So I'm going to let a zombie go on top eventually here. Early newspaper spawn, by the way, wave 4. We are supposed to see a newspaper in wave 6, but kind of like we saw in 1.6, if the game decides it's going to spawn a trillion of that special zombie, it can spawn it earlier in certain cases, including the newspaper. Newspapers are pushovers, though. They have less health than the Vaulter zombies, so we don't really mind them. But I am going to let this top zombie go because we don't need this zombie for the 50% rule, and it's going to let that mower go on a row with a lot of graves. Graves are also another mechanic that is new to night, and you cannot plant any plants on top of them. So that's pretty brutal. And they also spawn zombies in the final wave. So we know that this top bit is going to be where we're going to be cherry bombing in the final wave because there's going to be a lot of zombies there. But we also do want to try to get a mower kill on the top row, sort of late in the level. Unfortunately, this zombie's really slow, so we probably won't get that. Yeah. And this is why we bring Pea Shooter for backup, just in case. But yeah, I should have sped that zombie up by having him bite something. Oh well, what can you do? It happens.
Do we have time?
Yeah, we absolutely have time. Go for it.
All right. I wanted to give everybody an update that we are at 1,068 out of the 3,000 needed for that red Heaven Rush incentive. But
amazing.
While we are in Plants vs. Zombies, I'd love to see some more donations go to this, but I want you to tell me something. If you could add a plant to Plants vs. Zombies, what would it be and what would it do? I want to hear some suggestions on what you would change, like your favorite plant. I'd like there is a plant called the snake plant, so add that in.
There's a plant called the snake plant.
There is a plant called the snake plant.
I'm sorry,
I have one.
I've never heard. Jaypeg. I've never heard of a snake plant in my life.
Oh, it's actually extremely popular in mid-century modern decor. Don't get me started. But listen, if there's a plant that you could add to this game, what would it be and what would it do? Please give me some details. The more unhinged, the better. Tell me what the snake plant does, actually. I would love to see some donations of that.
Please tell us what the snake plant does. I'm desperate, chat. Please tell us. Also, I have a locked and loaded ready answer for this because my little mascot is actually a PVZ original character. Her name is Spicy Pea. And her power would be that if she shoots projectiles, the zombies become spicy. So if other zombies are like in that zombie's hitbox, the other zombies will get damaged. That is my locked and loaded ready answer. There you go.
I think
and I'm going to let the zombie go to the mower also.
I think I would add jackfruit. And just have it bowl, but it bowls like 2 rows.
Oh, like normal, like bowling in the normal levels?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Also, you'll notice that in this level 2-2, we've brought both of our sun-producing plants because it is a long level with bucket heads. So we really want to be able to have enough sun to be able to use those instants against those bucket heads. And having this double sun production does make that a lot faster. We only really need the other plants that we bring. We don't need a ton more. So it ends up working out. Okay, maybe it stalled that guy. Oh, well.
I do have some more love coming in donations.
Absolutely. Please, please, please.
All right. We have $5.39 from Froppy Lover 1.
Froppy! Oh, continue.
Saying, hi, Satan. It's me, Froppy Lover 1. Good luck on the run, even though my favorite plant, 3-peater, will not be in it. And then they added doing emoji, which I actually didn't really know that you could put emoji in your donation, but they have a cat eating an ice cream in their donation.
Froppy! Oh, I would expect nothing less. Froppy Lover 1 is just one of the chatters that makes my life so much better every day. I love you so much. Thank you for donating. It is so Froppy to somehow find a way to put an emoji in a donation message.
Oh my gosh. Y'all make sure when you're sending a donation, please do, because we want to see this Red Heaven Rush incentive happen, and we would love to see some drama on this bid war. Make sure that you are selecting those incentives when you donate. And again, I want to hear about some plants. Somebody help me out here. I know some wild plant names, but I want to hear what y'all have to say.
I do too. And yeah, Froppy Lover brought up another point that we did kind of briefly talk about earlier, but that we are not going to see even more than half of the game in this run. So if you are enjoying this run and you want to see more, please check out the longer categories, any percent, or kind of anything else. Also, tell us in your donation messages, what's your favorite plant that we're not going to get to see today? Anything from pool, fog, roof, or the upgrade plants will all count towards that. I want to hear your preferences.
Yes, we want to hear about plants. It is botany hour on Flame Fatale. Let's go.
It sure is. Yes, give me your plants and your zombies. Honestly, faster the zombies appear, the faster we go. 50% rule. If you weren't here earlier, by the way, and you're wondering what plants versus zombies, how can you do a speedrun of that? Well, that is due to something called the 50% rule. The 50% rule means that for every wave that spawns, so that's every collection that spawns of zombies, there's like a cumulative amount of health for that wave. And if you do 50% or more of that cumulative health in damage, then the next wave is triggered to spawn. So in other words, if you kill zombies faster, you get more zombies on the screen faster. Wow. And that's how we are going fast. Woo. Also, really fast, too. So fast, I don't have my cherry bomb. And see, that's the thing. You can't forget these things. All right, I kind of know where I want to use my cherry bomb when we get it back, which is kind of this bottom mess of zombies. So I'm going to just try to clean everything else up while we're waiting for that to come back. Oh. Yep. Come on. And there we go. And you can see how much limiting factors kind of make a difference there because of that. If we had that cherry bomb, granted I used it for a wave before, so that wave would have gone slower, But, if we had that cherry bomb, that would have gone faster. Also, we are coming up on our first prediction level. So this is a really important mechanic to explain for the rest of the 1 flag levels in Night. This is our first true prediction level. So we have a wave 6 screen door that is going to come up. And screen doors actually have the same amount as bucket heads if you're just shooting them and not killing them with instas. So what that means is we want to kill it with a mine or a mower instead of the fume shroom, which is kind of its intended counter. The fume shroom is just expensive and ends up being a little bit slow to kill. So yeah, we'd much rather do that. Also, we do get to let zombies go to the mower more in day-night than we do in any percent. This is actually a major change between the categories. Because of the money that we get from mowers when you have them left over at the end of the level. You get like coins. Coins start showing up in Night. And those can help you buy things like upgrade plants later down the line, which are actually really, really useful in any percent setting. But in this run, we don't really need upgrade plants. We get a seed slot next level almost no matter what we do with the mowers. It gives you 50 money for each mower that's left over at the end of the level. So, yeah.
Our bid war
I'm going to
flipped.
go ahead and put... Our bid war flipped? Let's go.
Yeah.
Mustaches, they're back. Chad, are you happy? I hope you're happy. Also, so I decided to put this mine in row 2 here for the prediction because there was a zombie that showed up sort of recently in that row, but not too recently. So, oh yes, that is a good omen, chat. We got our first prediction. That is huge. That saves a ton of time over having to do it the traditional way. So, absolutely huge. You were able to use sort of that spawn, quote unquote, nip. It's really a spawn prediction to sort of say it's more likely that this zombie will show up in this row. So, excellent prediction get. I'm very happy that we got at least one prediction in this run. They're so cool. One of my favorite things to do. So thrilled to see that. Also, I believe this is wave 9, but this is why you should count, kids. That's okay. I'm not going to waste more sun than I already kind of have because I know I'm going to want a chopper here instead. So let's do it that way. The problem with the 1 flag levels in Night is that you oftentimes don't have a lot of sun left over at the end of the level to do everything you want to do. But luckily, since we did not place down a fume, we have way more excess sun than we would have had normally. So prediction really, really matters. Okay, here we unfortunately have a bit of a weird situation. Perfect. I was hoping that normal would stay in front so that the puff shroom would kill it and we'd be able to just chopper that cone head.
The amount of times that you watch Satan do this and goes, oh, I don't know about this, and then just takes care of it immediately. That's just incredible every single time.
It's the brand.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we have another double sun 2 flag level here, but the game has decided to put vaulters in this one. And also we have this new plant called the Gravebuster. Also, I was playing a little bit fast and loose with my mowers, and we did not get our 7th seed slot. Like I was talking about. So, but that's okay. We just had to drop Chomper, which is not a great thing because Chompers are really fast, but no big deal. You're supposed to have enough money at this point for Dave to give you your 7 seed slot, but again, as I was talking about, mowers give you 50 money at the end of the level if you keep them around, and we just did not do that very much. So we'll get it for 2-6. We don't have to worry anymore, but we play this level without Chomper, we're all good. Also, vaulters have a fun little quirk where they can be made to jump using this new plant we've got, Gravebusters. So we're going to be trying to do that at some point in the level. Especially because we have this big mess of graves down here. We want to make sure that vaulters don't run all the way to the end of the level. Yuppity yep. Oh yeah. This is another kind of long one. I'll point out cool things if they happen, but otherwise, Jaypeg. Take it.
Okay, y'all, you have made this plant suggestion come true for me. So please keep them coming. But so far, we have from Rydia Caller, $25 saying, I would add a Calathea. If you know Calatheas, you know their power would be to look pretty, but be very, very dramatic and then die for some reason. Yeah. I love plant discourse and I love the shade.
Relate?
Well, here's one that you can definitely relate to. Kotatsu Voyager sends in $25 and said, I would add Devil's Ivy, which has heart-shaped leaves on vines. The vines would wrap around the zombies and trap them in place. Plus, what a good namesake for Satan herself.
Yes, that's awesome. Wow, I hadn't heard of that before. That's a really cool plant. I love it.
We also have a cozy one, $5 from Princess Shortcake. Not a plant idea, but does a zombie idea count? A cozy zombie walks slowly wearing a blanket hoodie because it is simply too eepy and has a cup of hot cocoa just for fun, but has a lot of health due to being cozy. Also, I love you, Satan. You're mowing down this run. Less than 3.
Aw, thank you, Grace. I love you too. Princess Shortcake is amazing. We met at SGDQ. She's the best. We got any more?
We do. All right. We have $25 from Corey Dornbush saying, I would have the mint plant into Plants vs. Zombies. It would be an ever-growing blocker zombie food source. The downside, it will keep growing, blocking plant-able spots if not shoveled. Yes, I can certify as a mint plant owner that it has to sit in its own container across the windowsill from other things because it will try and grow into them. So that's extremely accurate. Can certify that. And $50 from Plants saying, my PVZ plant wishlist top pick would be a creeper. Zombies have to climb it and take damage falling down.
Oh, that's cool. That's really creative. Chat, you're doing an awesome job with these.
Amazing. By the way, you're also doing awesome and moving that Red Heaven Rush incentive. We are 1,153 out of the 3,000 needed. So just a little bit until 1,500. You can make this happen.
Also, I'm seeing from my insider info that the bid war has flipped.
Oh, Futuristic Glasses is in the lead at 1,645. You caught it before I did.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like I hosted in this marathon or something.
You might have. Yeah, you might. What I know is that you did a great job, and you're doing a great job right now.
I am so happy to have you as a host. Oh, this is so fun.
Iconic hosts everywhere.
I agree. Can we get some love for Jaypeg in chat? Please.
Oh my gosh. Illegal.
Satan commands it, in fact.
Send your love for me. While I am incredibly grateful, also make sure that you send your love to Malala Fund.
Yes.
I do want to shout that out, but yes, Futuristic Glasses is the lead. 1,645. Mustaches is just behind it at $1,626.39. So with that in mind, is that again a less than $20 difference between the two? We are less than...
Chat, you're keeping it so close. I love this.
We are less than a Plants vs. Zombies embroidered set apart. That's how I'm going to give that estimate from now on.
Absolutely. That prize is so beautiful, by the way. I was talking to the artist before the marathon. I'm just so hyped that it, exists. Please get your donations in for that. It's
Whack-a-Zombie.
Such gorgeous, high quality stuff. Yep, and welcome to Whack-a-Zombie. Would you like to explain this one, Astrid?
I'd love to. Whack-a-Zombie is basically an auto-scroller. It's not an auto-scroller. It's really near an auto-scroller. There's no way currently to make the zombies spawn any faster than they do, and you can use grave busters to compress the graves into a better shape for a cherry bomb at the end for a faster final wave, and menu better into the level, but that's about it. But what's great is that you get to whack zombies, and what's also great is that this is like the best time for the donations.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Well, we have moved to $1,203 out of the 3,000 needed for that Red Heaven Rush for Neon
Come on, chat,
White.
you can do it.
Yeah, reminder. I did say, can we make this happen before we reach the end of Plants vs. Zombies? And you see how well Satan is doing. So
we only have 5 more levels, chat. You got to get those donations in now. I want to see that. Please. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's make it happen, y'all. I believe in you. What that Red Heaven Rush incentive is Bree 12am will showcase the red side quest levels after the main run. So if you haven't seen Neon White, I guarantee you're going to want to see more of it. So this is your opportunity to see more of it. These levels are also different. They have, some different movement. They are themed kind of to this character, Neon Red, who, if you know the game, Neon Red is amazing. That's my girl right there. She is incredible. So I would love to see that happen.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. We got sun so late into the level, it didn't even show the plants that we are supposed to get. Oh my god.
Oh.
Never ever seen sun show up this late in 2.5. You're supposed to get sun from the zombies, I promise. All right, continue.
Speaking about sun and bright things, I would love to say shout out. So $25 from Rokio, who sends in, I am proud to support women's education because it's a foundation for a brighter future. Less than 3. Yes, absolutely. We are raising funds for Malala Fund, which is giving a brighter future to girls around the globe. And thank you so much for that. Just truly an incredible, incredible time. Y'all, thank you so much for the love in chat for this run as well. People are really digging Plants vs. Zombies. This niche, definitely nobody...
unknown game that nobody played. Yeah, it came out and just made no waves in the gaming industry or anybody's, hearts and minds. No, I'm so glad to see everybody absolutely loving this game. And remember, this is a speedrunnable game. It is a super great speedrun, in fact. So if you are interested in this game, please do speedrun it. Also, we are in another prediction level here, and I'm going to let Astrid take this one, or Jaypeg, whatever y'all want to do, because this is a high-pressure level.
Indeed. As Satan said, this is a prediction level. We're looking for, probably on wave 6, the football zombie. We're going to look to either catch it in the mine, a mower, or the hypno shroom. That's a new plant. It is also an insta, makes the zombie work for you. It turns the zombie around and starts fighting the zombie behind it, or just the zombie is escorted off the screen. The footballers have even more health than the bucket zombies, so they're super tough, and the football zombies run. So this is also where the game starts spawning a lot of graves. You can see that there's some there, not super bad, but there's a lot. And the graves are definitely going to be on Satan's priority list of needing to be dug up and everything. And also need to be saving sun a lot in regards to the limiting factor that Satan talked about earlier as well. And a lot of strategic cherry bomb placements are going to need to be had in not only this, but also in 2.8 later. But that being said, we need Satan to concentrate here, so I'm going to throw it over to Jaypeg for any announcements or donations.
Yeah, sure thing. We are at 1,258 on that Red Heaven Rush. Futuristic Glasses is still in the lead for Plants vs. Zombies, and we are sharing the love. All right, we have $5 from Happy by 3 saying, my favorite plant is Robert. As in Robert Plant. Satan, you are kicking grass in this run. It's a tough game, but you really rose to the occasion. Hope I get the chance to cash you again at AGDQ. Spending time with you is something I need more of in my life. Oh, that one felt targeted with the puns and everything like that. And $50 from Ashla saying, only a GDQ event can make me so invested in a Plants vs. Zombies speedrun, but here we are. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm totally involved in this. Mustaches is in the lead, by the way.
All right.
So we did.
We have a really tough situation here, by the way. This is unfortunately just not what you want to see out of A26. The game has just decided basically that the spawns are bad. And there's nothing we can do about that.
I know it may take you a second, but never mind. You You heard the call and you made it happen. I heard the boing.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2-6 just decided that it was going to spawn a bad coned on the bottom, and there was really nothing we could have done, unfortunately, to prevent that there. So just a slow final wave, but no big deal. We are on to 2-7. So 2-7 is going to promise more footballers, but they actually aren't going to show up until the final wave, or possibly a wave 19 bonus football. So what we need to do for that is we need to save a hypno shroom to be able to use in wave 19 if we see that footballer, because otherwise it will be very hard for us to fully kill that football, which you need to do because it's wave 19, that wave right before the final wave, that exception to the 50% rule. But otherwise, this is another 2 flag level. We are not carrying double sun because we do need that hypno shroom and that grave buster to make this level more tenable. We also have a really cool another OP plant here called the scaredy shroom, which is going to really help us deal with all these graves that we're seeing right here. Scaredy shrooms are basically pea shooters, but they cost 25 sun and they have anxiety. They have social anxiety. If a zombie comes near them, they don't like it and they go into the ground, which is relatable. But it also does mean that they don't help defend our house in that case. So we just have to put them far back. But that's kind of the only limitation. Otherwise, they are really, really good. So yeah, we like to see that. And I'm just going to go ahead and play out the rest of this one. I want to try to go as fast as I can. So, Jaypeg or Astrid, go for it.
I just wanted to say that in my horror knowledge, I was trying to think of what the best zombie would be from all the zombie things I have consumed. And I thought about this zombie in George Romero's Day of the Dead near the end. That's just walking on stilts for some reason. And like, I always found that wild because these zombies are shown thoroughly to have like just no coordination skills whatsoever and are constantly tripping over themselves and hardly being able to walk. And yet Stilts zombie over here knocking it out of the park, just walking around, standing over everyone. I was thinking that maybe Stilt zombie, the kind of like the ultimate threat, good to kill, but you hit the stilts. And you have to get the stilts down first before the zombie drops down. And then there's a moment of recovery for the zombie to get back up, but the stilts are kind of a shield, and until he gets down, he just walks over the plants all the way to the end.
Yeah, so we actually do have a similar-ish type of zombie that we're not going to see in this run to that, which is called the balloon zombie. The balloon zombie does indeed go over all of the plants until you pop the balloon. But that is a little bit different because you don't have to do a bunch of damage to the balloon, you just have to pop it. Or you have to use a plant called the blower to just blow the entire thing away. So that is a bit different. And I also think an image of a zombie on stilts is fantastic. That sounds hilarious. So yes, please. Thank you. PopCap, if you're listening, you're not. PopCap's not listening.
We don't know that. PopCap, listen to us.
Listen
by
to
the
us.
way, we have some love coming in. $50 from Purple CFP saying, I want to see mustaches again. You're doing fantastic, Satan. In my head, there was in a J. Jonah Jameson kind of thing, like, give me pictures of mustaches, give me zombies with mustaches. And I got you. I did want to take a second to shout out some of our wonderful friends who have provided their name but have not provided a comment. Like we said, you do not have to provide your name or a comment, either or both, to provide a donation. So I did want to shout out some of these wonderful folks. $25 from Destroyer TZ. Thank you so much. $100 from Crepe Goat. No comment. Thank you so much. $160 from Muriel. No comment. Thank you so much. And $50 from Knox as well. So thank y'all so much for your incredible donations, for making this event happen, and for helping us raise so far $84,842 for Malala Fund. So we are super duper close to $85,000, and I'm pretty sure. Now, again, correct me on this math if I am wrong, but if we were to get to 85,000 by donating to that Red Heaven Rush incentive, which is at 1,283, I believe, if I'm doing the math correctly, wouldn't that put us like almost at 1,500 for the Red Heaven Rush incentive. So we're really, really close to halfway.
That is pretty great, chat.
Just by making this 85K for Malala Fund. I believe in you. You can do this. Let's make it happen.
All right. Absolutely. I am absolutely loving y'all's energy on that neon white incentive, but I really want to see 85K by the end of this run. And if that all goes there, then we get even closer on that incentive. Also, did you see that zombie there that we might see in this level? He might be modeled after some like famous singer or something. I don't know. So we actually are playing on the original edition of this game and not the Game of the Year edition or any of the other subsequent editions that PopCap released. That is because PopCap released this game in 2009. And they decided that they would have a dancing zombie that they would model after Michael Jackson from Thriller. But do you remember what happened in 2008, chat?
Oh.
So, unfortunately, that kind of put a damper on the whole, Michael Jackson zombie thing. But we actually do like him here in this house because he is going to walk all the way to column 8 before spawning zombies, unlike his safer counterpart, the disco zombie. And we think that is really neat. So we are going to try to predict him using either a mower or this mine here. And he will show up in one of the middle rows. He will always show up in one of the middle 3 rows. So right now we're looking like it's going to be a wave 4, row 4 maybe wave 2. Yeah! It's Michael.
Oh, incredible.
Woo! That is another huge bonus for us. It's really annoying to kill Michael Jackson with any other means. So I am very happy to see that. Unfortunately, we have a bad cone med wave here, but that's okay. We'll just use the time to build up more sun, which is good anyway. And just go ahead and let this get cleaned up by this mower. But getting the Michael prediction is absolutely huge. That is both a super hype moment and really good for us in this level. So I'm really happy to have gotten that. And that's our final prediction, by the way, chat. So if you were keeping score, we got 2 of the 3 predictions that we wanted in night, which is a very good number, by the way. You don't normally get that many. So absolutely happy with that. Really good. We are already to the end of this level. That is scary. That is really scary. Yeah, I'm going to deal with this final wave, so please talk while I do so.
All right. This is in response to Astrid's Still Zombie. $5 from Happy by 3 saying, okay, hear me out though. Still Zombie, but the stilts are so long that we never actually see the zombie on screen, just 2 sticks.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh. That sounds hilarious. Unfortunately, here we have a little bit of a mess, by the way. Oh, good. Conehead's in front. Then we're good. All right, there we go. If the Conehead wasn't in front, I would have to kill the normal zombie before taking the Hypno Shroom out there, but luckily the Conehead moved in front. All right, I'm going to do 2-9 here, and this is another one where I'm going to need a little bit of focus, so please take it away on the mic. Astrid, you can explain why we need some focus also.
I got you. I'll let you finish on your donation there, Jaypeg.
No, it's A-okay. But we have 1,288 left on that 3,000, or 1,288 is raised on that 3,000 incentive for Red Heaven Rush. Let me say that correctly, making sure. But again, make sure that you're selecting that when you donate. We want to see this happen. I promise you, this run is going to be over soon, and then Neon White is going to be a hiccup. It's going to feel really fast. So I want to see this happen as soon as possible.
Absolutely. This is our second to last level. So
yeah,
it's gone by so fast.
This is the final normal 2 flag level, and the Doom Shroom is here. The Doom Shroom is an instant kill, and it covers roughly a 5x5 radius of the map, but it leaves a crater where you can't plant anything on after that. The level also features a lot of screen doors, but there's the Doom Shroom, There's the cherry bombs and hypnos, and just got to be really tactical with those and trying to figure out when is the best time to use those, and planning, predicting. It's all here. It's all a big part of this run. This is a very difficult one. And you just got to make sure that you always have an Insta available, pretty much is the key to doing this one, just for those screen door zombies.
Yep, because this is actually a pretty recent change that we've done as a community. We've routed Fume, the plant, out of this level 2-9 because Fume is once again a little bit expensive and not super fast to kill screen doors with. So we've just decided to bring all the instant plants we have and try to kill all of the screen doors that we see with instants only. And that requires a lot of planning and forethought and knowing what's going on. So, yeah, not so much at the beginning of the level, but late in the level. Yeah, I'm going to need to be sort of rationing my instas. And yeah, so I'm not using one here on this wave 9 that was only 3 normals. Don't need an instant for that. I would rather save them for the screen doors that are going to show up. This also means we're going to be prioritizing eating up graves in that sort of front part of the level here so that we have more space to put down instas as well. Yeah, so my instinct would normally be to use a hypno or something on this wave on one of these cone heads because of that, but, you know, I'm again thinking, all right, there's going to be screen doors later. They're really powerful. I gotta just keep on keeping on, and there we go. That's a nice little opportunity for a hypno. A lot better. All right, Jaypeg, if you got anything, go for it.
I sure do. Storalight sends in $20 and says, if Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, perhaps he planned to place them on his lawn. Pickled peppers pack a particular punch. Pickled zombies pause in front of plants no longer possible to eat. So, thank you for that tongue twister, and I'm sorry if that tortured the pop filter on my mic. $25 from Eric saying, new plant, tangleweed. Ground plant that immobilizes a zombie walking over it until that zombie is defeated or another zombie behind eats the tangleweed and frees it. Ooh, it could be used for wave manipulation.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
Cool. I like what you're putting down there. Also, thank you, Starlight. That's my lovely partner. So thank you for making Jaypeg say that.
Glasses is in the lead now. You know,
let's go.
In case you're not busy.
Oh, that's all right. Again, lovely hotkeys. Thank you to one of our beautiful producers.
And $5 from Ariel. First of all, y'all are blowing my mind with the things that you can put in this donation box. Epsilon greater than, and they managed to make an upside down 3 and then like the thing. So it's the less than 3, but they flipped it entirely on its head. So thank you for that, Ariel. I'm constantly having my mind blown by what can be put in these donation boxes. So if you would like to bewilder me further, there are some options you have. So remember that Red Heaven Rush incentive for Neon White is open. We are 1,288 out of the 3,000 needed to make that happen. And since we are so close to the end, if you want to see mustaches come back, this is kind of like a last call moment if you want to see mustaches.
Also, Ariel's my girlfriend, so I love you both so much. I knew they were going to plan shenanigans for this run. They are both so endlessly supportive of all of my, you know, silly Twitch things, and I love you both.
Amazing.
So much.
And they're blowing my mind. By the way, we are $3 whole away from 85K. Satan's dream was to hit 85 by the end of this, so 84,997. Do I see $3? Do I see $3?
$3. $3.
Do I see $3? Do I see $3?
Wonderful. And then I'm going to go ahead and just explain 210 real quick here. So this is our final true conveyor belt level, and it has an even more strong limiting factor than 110 did, if you remember those cherry bombs. It has doom shrooms. And as we saw last level, doom shrooms are super powerful. They can just wipe out the entire screen. So we really, really need to make sure we're using them to their absolute fullest effect and making sure we are not nipping them. So that means we do not want 2 or more on the belt at any given time, because then the game will say, oh, you don't want those plants. I see you're not using them. You don't want it. We're not going to give any more to you. Fumes are also really good in this level. So are hypno shrooms. They're all going to help us go pretty fast. So we're going to be using kind of those more, and we are always going to be keeping ice shrooms on the belt, because ice shrooms basically do nothing for us as speedrunners. Sorry, ice shroom fans. Not your day. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here. We're also trying to dig graves in spots where we're going to want to use doom shrooms and all that. And that's pretty much what we got. I also was instructed by one of our lovely producers that it would be a really good idea to do some shoutouts during this level. So I'm going to go ahead and do some shoutouts that I want to do. Huge shoutouts to the entire PvZ community. You all are absolutely fantastic people and so smart and have so much ingenuity. Like, this game has so many developments that have been going on in the past year. It's been going through an absolute revolution, and that is thanks to the creative minds of the people who run this game. You all are so talented and smart. I love you all so, so much. I also wanted to say, just like, PvZ is really creative too. We have bingo and we have a new randomizer that's come out as well. So there's a lot of different fun ways to play the game. Yeah. I also wanted to shout out my own community. I'm so grateful for you all of the time. I saw so many of you in chat today. Y'all's donations also just make my day. I've been doing so much stuff on Twitch in the last year that I never thought I was going to be able to do. And please join me if you do want to hang out with me. I stream this game. I stream Peggle as well. And we just have such a fun time. You get to talk to Satan. I think that's pretty cool. So I want to hang out with all y'all. I also, of course, want to shout out the absolutely lovely AstridTheHorrorGirl on our couch right now. She's one of the best people on Twitch and one of my best friends. I love you so dearly. Thank you for coming on to this game, even though you do not play it. I hope you at least had fun.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. Goodness. And thank you.
And of course, the wonderful Jaypeg as well. Amazing hosting, as always.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I have something important to tell you, which is that we have hit 85,000 for Malala Fund. So your 85 by the end.
My 85K dream, it's come true. Awesome. Thank you so much, chat. And thank you for making this bit so fun, by the way. When we came up with this, I was like, oh, this is really cool, but I don't know if chat's going to jump on it. You know? But
well,
chat,
speaking of jumped on it.
Totally made that happen. Did we switch?
Yes, we did.
The mustaches have returned. Chat, if you liked those goofy stashes, they are back. Enjoy them for the rest of this level. It's about to end super quickly.
Down to the wire.
Yeah, really, that last minute there.
Incredible.
All right, I think this is wave 9, so this is the last wave before the final wave. Time is going to come up when I click the lily pad seed packet when every zombie is dead on the final wave of this screen. So yeah, let's get ready to call that time. Astrid, if you have any shout outs now would be great. Ice room, by the way, you almost never get 6 room. I'm sorry. You never see this. Why are they all here? Yeah, after 4, the game really demanipulates the plants, so you're really unlikely to see the same one after you've got 4 of them. I'm going to actually use them all because ice shrooms do have a slight quirk where, oh my god, so many ice shrooms, where they do a small amount of damage to every zombie on the screen. So we just killed the final wave with ice shroom, and that's time.
Great job.
GG. Let's talk to Crazy Dave real quick here while I ask for the time on that run.
All right, we are at 1:14:45.
All right, that's about what I thought. Yeah, the night levels didn't go so well, but the day was really solid, so that was awesome. Yeah, I love everybody who watched. Thank you so much for coming to watch Plants vs. Zombies. I hope you loved it. I had such a good time. This is my last thing in the marathon. This has been a fantastic Flame Fatales. Please stick around. Please donate to that Neon White incentive. Thank you for making us hit 85K, chat. Once again, thank you to my partners who donated. Love you both. And yeah, that's all I got.